in the process there is something else that I need to mention, which is there is some kind of unlearning that has to be done. This is especially for people who know Buddhism a lot. If you don't know about Buddhism, it's very good. For example, the example mentioned in the Thero's discussion was two pupils went to study dancing to a dancing teacher or music teacher to learn music, and the music teacher asked, "Oh, have you learned music before?" And the student said, "Yes, I have." "Okay, I'm gonna charge you 1,500, whatever currency it is." And then the student comes, and then the teacher asks, have you learnt music before? He says, "No." "Okay, I'm only going to charge you the 1,000. So from the person who has learned before, the teacher is charging more, 1,500. From the person who hasn't learnt anything is only charging 1,000, because the reason behind is from the person who has learnt. If the person has learned something wrong, then there is a lot of unlearning to be done to make him learn the right thing. So that is why he is charging more. So the same way, if you have learned something wrong before, then you have to put more effort, and you have to listen carefully and try to understand the right Dhamma. Otherwise you will be lost, because you might have understood something else which is not right. You have to be very prudent, and you have to be very intelligent and carefully listen to it, and don't accept everything I say. You have to put it into your mind, process it, and if you have any questions, ask the questions and make sure you understand properly, you grasp the concepts properly, and only go ahead if you do understand. Otherwise, disturb me and ask questions. So the next thing we need to find out is what happens if everything happens the way we want it to happen. For example, so what I'm trying to tell you is, this is how we get the happiness, right? How we get happiness is by, when something happens the way we like, we become happy. So we have a like in our mind, we have a desire, we have a want. Okay, this is how this has to happen. Then it happens the way we want or we like, then we are happy. For example, you have a child. I want my child to pass the exam. The child passes the exam and you are happy. I want to receive 100,000 as my salary. So you receive that, or as bonus, and you receive that, then you're happy, right? So if everything happens the way you like, then you become happy, and the happiness will be there. So that is also something that you need to know. So that is what we are looking for. We are always, we have a desire, we create a desire in our mind. We want certain things to be like this. When you go to the house has to be like this. The setup has to be like this. The kitchen has to be like this. The room has to be like this. My clothes have to be like this. My wife has to be like this. My kids have to be like this. My mother has to be like this. Everything you create in your mind, this have to be like this. So if that doesn't happen the way you like, then you get angry, then you get frustrated, right? If everything happens the way you like, then you don't have any problem. Then you're a happy man, happy woman, right? So this is where the problem comes. Does everything happen the way we like? This was mentioned by Tathagata Vahanse. Things don't happen the way we like, and that is the problem we have in this world. We want certain things to happen the way we like, but they don't happen the way we like. And that brings us sufferings, that brings us worry. So when Tathagata Vahanse mentioned that, Satchaka brought an argument saying, no, things happen the way we like. If I want to buy 5 cars, I can buy 5 cars. If I want 10 houses, I can get 10 houses. So that is that doesn't work like that. I can get anything done. So what Tathagatayan Wahanse is saying is not true. So he wanted to argue with Tathagatayan Wahanse in front of all the kings and everyone. So he had a public argument with Tathagatayan Wahanse, like he wanted to prove that Tathagatayan Wahanse was wrong. So then Tathagatayan Wahanse, when he arrived at the discussion or the argument, whatever, it was an argument as in not a angry kind of argument. It was just it was like a debate, right?